Hello, phasmophobia fans. This is Monobeathian Era, and I'm back to show you another phasmophobia video. Today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I know I'm going through all the maps on nightmare mode right now, but there is something that I think could be quite helpful to show you, which is one of the ways that a lot of people are leveling up is they are using Camp Woodwind to try to expedite the process, prestige faster. As you can see, I kind of did it for a little while where I was trying to prestige quickly, and then I just kind of got bored by it, which you'll see why when I actually walk through this with you at Camp Woodwind. So stay tuned. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video, and hit subscribe to continue to get more content about phasmophobia and games that are similar to it. Okay, so when people do this challenge, they go higher than this. So let me see here so I can show you what people change so that they're able to kind of squeeze out any percentage possible. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I think people actually kind of get wrong about this. One of the biggest things that I think people do that isn't the right way of going about it is that they just run in and start trying to figure out what the ghost is, and they don't really have any kind of real plan. And the truth is you can throw a lot of your stuff right there so that you can kind of start getting prepared, and that way a lot of your equipment is already there for you while as you need it. So I throw in all kinds of stuff. Let's see what our objectives are. We'll go ahead and try to get them. EMF, incense, that will definitely not be hard to get. I'm going to throw the incense in here. I'm going to turn that on. And the reason I want it on is because if it hunts right away, I want to be able to rule out a Raiju. And so I need some electronic equipment in there to be able to kind of tell if that's what it is. I may use a spirit box. Let's see what we kind of get from this first hunt here. So first things first, don't mess with the door. People get all happy about how the door moves around because you want your crucifixes go right in the path of where the door is. You want to be able to get your crucifixes without worrying about it. Second mistake is people break, or they don't break line of sight right away, so it doesn't really allow you to really observe the ghost doing any of its behavior, which is the whole point of you hiding here. It's not to get the ghost to immediately chase you, which interferes with the speed, makes it really complicated to figure out. And so I already hear it throwing some stuff. I think that was slightly to the left. We've got a cruise here to protect us so that the ghost doesn't spawn on top of us. And see, she already did see me. I'm going to try to get over here so I can see a little better. So, didn't clear the table completely off. Don't think this is a poltergeist. So, just as you would expect, this was basic ghost. Seemed like she came from kind of over here. Didn't seem to me, I will watch again, but did not seem like a phantom. Just didn't seem like anything special to me. And that's the issue with this. So, most of the time, the ghost is just a basic ghost. One of the more difficult ones, people want to do seriously one hunt and ditch the place and figure out what the ghost is. And I don't think it's a real feasible way of figuring anything out. most of the time. Sometimes it is, if the ghost is one that cooperates. A phantom, a poltergeist. So, footsteps-wise, I can tell. Just nothing basic. I actually think they made it so the ghost can see you here too, but because it came pretty much right towards me. Well, maybe not. Actually, no, line of sight was broken, so maybe not. Okay, slow. Definitely not a wraith. I don't know where it hunted from. I'm thinking this time I'm actually going to just try to watch so I can see where the actual ghost area is. I'm going to see if I think it's back here, maybe straight ahead in the play area. So it's not an obake. She came out of the bathroom. So here's your hiding spot, which I may get killed because she may see me come in here. You know, not an obake. I'm going to put a timer on now to determine if it's a spirit or a demon. Probably isn't. She already done hunting? Yep. Okay, so the ghost room is this bathroom. Oh, maybe... Where did I put my crucifix? Ugh, I can't see anything in this fog. See nothing at all. Alright, I'm just going to put the other one there. I don't think this is like a banshee. Doesn't seem to be a real super wandery ghost. We'll see what happens here with the cruce. There, where is the crucifix at? Oh, I took it with me. That's what happened. The other one's over here. Hopefully she does not. Hopefully it's not a demon or I'm going to be fucked. Okay. So we're going to put this in here. This will help us rule out an obake. Or an obake, an onryo, sorry. Sounds like she threw multiple things. And what we will do now is just wait again. So another reason I'm not a huge fan of this is it's okay if you stay. If you just kind of try to guess and run, it's kind of a buzzkill. I think it just takes a lot of the fun out of the game. So we are a minute and a half, so it's definitely not a demon, so we can rule some things out. I don't think it's a pole. I will watch and make sure. I don't think it's a myling because of the sound. Definitely nothing fast. Not a wraith. Not a phantom. Not an oni. It is not an obake. And that's what we can tell so far. We may have a spirit on our hands, actually, because it is about 2 minutes and 20 now. And it blew that candle out. Didn't try to hunt right away. So spirits, the spirit seems to confuse people. It's a 3 minute wait if you smudge it. One thing that I have noticed is ghost events. If it does a ghost event near you and you smudge it, it does not seem to be registering as a cleansing of the area. That's been since the update. It used to. So, as far as I could tell, we are at 3 minutes. So I almost think that really... makes it a likely spirit. You know what? Let's just go with spirit and see what happens here. Oh, I didn't get EMF. Okay, I think I can get that. In fact, I'm going to try it, and again, if I die, I die. Where's the... So you can also kind of test for a shade. There is a myth that the shade cannot hunt when you're in the room. Okay, we got it that time. That's not actually true. It can. It's less likely to, though. So it's not that it cannot do it, but it is less likely to do that. It took almost 4 minutes to hunt, and it did it with me in the room, and it didn't seem to try to wander. I will say they usually, shades, if you find that the ghost kind of wanders away from you and starts hunting from different areas a lot of times it is a shade, but I'm going to go with the spirit here. Let's see what happens. Alright, it was a spirit. So that one actually wasn't a terribly difficult ghost to figure out. What a lot of people get wrong is they go in, they blaze in, they would have had one hunt, and they actually could have missed out on a pretty easy ghost there to figure out. Other advice I'd give on doing this challenge is if you're doing it in a multiplayer mode, maybe don't have everyone go in with a smudge all at once and kind of blow the smudges. That happens a lot of times where people use all their smudges, and then you know, you're trying to figure out where the ghost room is, you're trying to set a few things up, you're trying to rule a few things out, and it's really next to impossible to do. So try to take your time in a way, and sometimes that means surviving a couple of hunts, and you will get more points than doing, like we could have done probably 3 rounds, maybe 4 rounds in that time, and gotten one ghost. A lot of people, you know, if you're doing multiplayer, would have died, and it really would have ended up just being a waste of time. So that's the way to do that. So I'm gonna actually, I just want to do it again because that ghost was pretty easy, and I almost kind of want a hard one. We'll see if it gives us a hard one. Obviously I can't control what it gives us, but again, so I throw all my equipment that I want in there and start that way. I don't even know why I'm grabbing these goggles, because with the fog it's not easy to see at all. Okay, so what are our objectives here this time? EMF again, firelight, repel, chasing. Okay, so I don't worry about the bone or anything. They used to give you kind of a big bonus for that. And then after this, I'm actually going to show you what I think is just as sufficient of a challenge, and actually in its own kind of way, maybe even a little safer, if you're wanting to try to get some points quickly. My general advice, though, maybe with the prestige and the rapid leveling up, even though, you know, it's up to you if that's something you want to do, but is maybe don't worry about it too much. It doesn't really amount to a whole lot. It's not like you do get the upper tier equipment. However, I will say if you play in multiplayer online, a lot of times you can get people who are already using that equipment, and so you don't have to go out of your way to... I wonder if I put a camera in there. I don't know if I did. You don't have to go out of your way. You get access to kind of that upper tier equipment. And just kind of enjoy the game, enjoy the maps, learn the maps. You know, a lot of times I will find people have like that 20 level prestige and they would never set foot in the prison. So it's kind of like, okay, I don't know what the prestige even means. because, you know, if you're scared of a lot of the maps other than this one, and this one is actually one of my least favorite because it's so open. It's actually pretty hard to hide, in my opinion. Oh, all right. This, I think, might be a poltergeist. Yeah, I would say poltergeist. Okay, so this one probably could be a speed run. Let's see where the ghost was at. I did smudge it, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully, watch me die now that it's such an easy ghost to figure out. I think it came from back here in this main area. I don't know. I'm trying to... Oh, yeah, okay. Let me get a firelight in there. Actually, I have an objective, don't I, for repel? Oh, no, it didn't count that. Okay. So, we probably want to grab a smudge or incense. They changed the names of these things. And I don't know if I'll wait for another hunt or not because it's such an easy ghost. So it's given us 2 easy ghosts. So it doesn't always, it does, I will say, when I've done this with people, it does seem like it'll go in a chain where it kind of gives you a little chain of fairly easy ghosts to identify, and then for a while it's harder. But anyway, because of how that was throwing stuff, and also, as you can see, it kind of cleared the tables off, I'd say it's a poltergeist. Possibly could be a mimic. If it is, then it fooled us.
So for anyone who's not real interested in doing the campsite, Camp Woodwind challenge to try to level up, I'm going to show you something that you can do at really any map. It's a setting that you can it's a setting that you can use to level up fairly quickly and just play through the maps in a way that allows you to still enjoy the game rather than being stuck on one map over and over and over again. As you heard, I'm not a huge fan of that. Even though, I mean, you technically can level up, it just gets dull being in the same place. And that map actually is poor in a way in that there aren't a lot of hiding spots there. And sure, if you can loop the ghost and successfully figure out what the ghost is, then you're all right. However, if you run out of smudges at Camp Woodwind and you don't have sprint, you're really taking a chance. So this is a way of using the natural hiding spots that are in the maps, in various maps, that you can just go ahead and use this particular setting to level up, and I'll show you what it is. So again, just like Camp Woodwind, I get lazy about this and put all my equipment on here. You can, kind of go through and just add minimal stuff if you're worried about losing stuff. I don't worry about it too much. Obviously, when you're at level 1 versus about ready to prestige, it's a lot different. So I got plenty of money for right now because I'm about ready to prestige. So I've got a setting here that is at 10.42. You do start off with no sanity. You're not going to have any sanity medication or anything. And I'll go ahead and put this in the description below. The primary differences between this and the thing that you can do at Camp Woodwind is that you can sprint, you do have flashlights, and you do have a fuse box that's on right away. There are reasons for that, though. The flashlights can help you rule out a miling. And especially if you do a bigger map, it's really useful to have the flashlights on hand to be able to kind of determine if it's a miling or not. And also the flashlights are pretty useful with the yokai. I like them on. If you don't really want them, you can turn them off and get a little bit more. I don't try to squeeze out every little percentage that I might be able to get because in the end, I don't really think 0.25 or 0.1 or anything like that's going to really matter in the grand scheme of things with your leveling up. So that's just my preference. But if you, a lot of people, and I often can't figure out if it's a myling without using a flashlight. However, it's just easier. I'm going to leave it there. The breaker is there so that you can rule out a djinn. And sprinting is there just so you have more looping options and a little bit more opportunity to get away from the ghost. There is a way to turn off sprinting and do this successfully. However, you are limiting yourself, especially with the ghost wandering around a lot. If you're in a house like Tanglewood, you start to get to where you could get cornered and stuff. So let's go ahead and jump in and see if we can just kind of figure out what the ghost actually is. So the best thing that you can do on any of these maps is very similar to Camp Woodwind, which is you're trying to find a looping spot. However, you're doing it a little bit differently because you're kind of trying to set up in a particular place to not just figure out, or not just to get the ghost to loop, you're also trying to see what room the ghost is probably in or what section of the house, which is another issue that I have with Camp Woodwind. It's really hard to tell where the ghost actually is because it's a pretty open map, and so it's really hard to distinguish unless you can really see specifically where it's coming from, but it's also dark, so it makes it really tricky to tell. And we got the breaker already, so we know it's not a djinn, so we already can kind of start ruling some ghosts out. Haven't really heard anything yet. Ghosts may be anywhere here. These crucies are really nice because they got that huge range, but oh, we're down here. Okay, well, that's good to know. So I went ahead and put that cruise down there because I can start getting some things like what's happening? Am I dead? What am I gonna guess here? I'll say a wraith, maybe. Maybe it's a phantom, actually. It's something that teleports. I'm fairly sure of that. It's a wraith. Okay. Oh no, that was not a good start to this. Okay, we'll try it again. All right. So yeah, you're gonna potentially have bad luck, and it could be something like a wraith. That stunk, but anyway, okay, no biggie. One of the things, I mean, I think the stakes are actually a little lower than they used to be in a way. Maybe it's just, that I'm a little better than I used to be at playing the game. Oh, we're hunting, okay. Let's just see, maybe we can go ahead and try to rule out a yokai right now. Come on, ghost. There we go. Hello. This way. The flashlight's better, but... Okay. I think it did hear me. That's been a little weird and glitchy, but... So... I'm still laughing at that first run. That was just not cool. So... I mean... Overall, though, I would say, general advice is to try not to be too scared of getting killed. It's kind of how you learn how to play the game. This is not a remarkable ghost at all as far as speed or anything like that. I'm going to try to have this here to further rule out. Yeah, you saw that I didn't make the same mistake. So the crucies, you really... Oh, here we go. Okay. You've got two, and so you can kind of determine whether or not you're... definitely not a myling this time. Whether or not you're dealing with a or whether if you have a, sorry, I'm trying to speak and listen to this hunt and footsteps. Maybe this one is a yokai. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Huh, okay. Not really. As I said that you could figure out the room, I'm not really figuring out the room yet. Well, I just did right there. Okay. Yeah, we're up here, aren't we? So, that, stinks a little bit because that's one of our hiding spots. So we've got Firelight, Cruise, Repel. Not terribly hard objectives here. We didn't get this. We want to probably put some kind of a... Oh, you jerk. Why would this ghost care? Is this a mare? If it spawns on me, I'm out of here. Okay. Where was our breaker? I don't think I actually know. And I'm gonna stand in that area because I want to see actually. Okay, so it's not on Rio, not an Oni. All right, so we're checking these off right now. Oh, hunting. Oh no, that's just salt. Okay, so we know this time we're not dealing with a wraith. Not a wraith. Not an Oni. Not an Onryo. Not anything like that. Not a Rev, not a Hantu. I haven't really seen this ghost. Oh, that's just salty. What else should I rule out here? Turn off the breaker. I don't think it's probably a phantom, not a myling. And we just have to do a repel. Oh. Did I see the bone? Over there? No. Okay. Yeah. If it does that multiple times, I'd consider a Banshee more, but so far I'm not really thinking that that's what we're dealing with here. I don't think it's a Polt. I haven't gotten it in here, but I haven't really seen it throw much of anything, but I'll leave it there for now. So, it could be a Goryo in that it's really stuck up there. Seems like it's not really doing anything. Okay, here we go. Now... Okay. Well, threw that pretty well, didn't it? But I don't think it's a Polt, though. Well, come over here. I want to see. Okay. I didn't clear it though. I think a pull would have still been a little more impressive. Okay, not an Obake. I don't think it's a Raiju. I actually don't think it is a yokai. I should have smudged there, huh? Okay. Not a phantom. Not a shade in that, I don't think. Because it seems like it kind of tried to hunt in here with me. This time I want to smudge it. That definitely ruled out a yokai that time, didn't it? I thought it was standing right beside me for a second there. I was like, Really has thrown some stuff pretty impressively, hasn't it? But okay, now let's time. And I'll get a camera, because why not? I don't really need that flashlight anymore, because we do know for a fact what it's not. I'm trying to think of, other than the bone, this guy does kind of want the lights off. If it's a mare, it's tough. Oh no, it just burned the cruise is all that was. Okay. That was pretty fast. You know, right now I'm kind of thinking demon. That was under a minute from when I smudged it. Let me try it again, but it is a little dumb too. Okay, let's try to smudge it again here to just see. I mean, it seems like that's oh, I was like, what? Okay, that was the steps from being a wraith. I was like, that's beyond perma-hunting. Potentially could be a mimic, I guess, but definitely not spiritum. I don't think it's a polt. Or yeah, we're getting down. I don't think it's twins. Hey. Okay, let's stop, reset. Let's see what this one does this time. Got myself a little lost there. What are you, ghost? We'll see if we're hunting again. Under a minute. If it is, then I think it's a demon. It was right around, like, I don't know, it seemed like 45 seconds or so that last time. I don't really think it's a Ure. That's a shitty ghost to try to figure out. Where is this ghost? Is it in the garage now? I think it is. Huh. I think it is in the garage, which makes me take out a Goryo. Not 100% sure on that, but yeah. Again, under a minute and a half. Go away. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. I think we can go with the demon here. I probably should have had a camera there. I'll just grab it. Alright. Just like to get a picture of that, because why not? So, I mean, it seems like a demon. So if it's not, I wonder if the smudge's time span is glitching, but let's see. Not too hard money. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the smudging gave it away. So you know, even at Camp Woodwind, the only way to tell would have been a smudge. You probably would have smudged it, to be completely honest, when you're trying to loop it, so it wouldn't have been too terribly hard to tell, but I don't know. It's fun to do something different. You still get good money here, you know, almost $4,000. So it's still not hard. You see, I leveled up one, and when you're at the lower, like when you're at one in your prestige level, you level up more quickly than you do as you kind of move closer to 100. So you need more money as you go up. So that's it. I mean, you could do this on any map. I'll probably do it on other maps to just kind of show you that it's, like where the good hiding spots are and kind of what you can do on those maps. I like to do no evidence runs. I think they're fun. So anyway, that's it. If you like that video, if you like that challenge and you want to see more, hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye.